Welcome back again, everyone. RJ Horwitz, Foliage Properties, short sales. Today we'd like to just briefly show you the four-way win scenario in short sales. The first win happens to be the homeowner or property owner gets out of the obligation of their mortgages. And I say multiple mortgages, first, seconds, even thirds. If you went to Home Depot, put a new roof on, windows 4 or 5 years ago, you're still paying on that $30,000 lien. That lien may show up as a third lien on the property itself. We're also seeing that credit cards in some cases are actually showing up as liens against the title of the property. So what we do is we negotiate those liens away from the property so we can provide clear and marketable title. Second thing that we do, bank gets paid off. So it's not just the negotiations, but we're going back to the bank and saying, okay, this is the final obligation, we're paying you off in full, and sometimes it shows up on the credit reports for consumers as mortgage satisfied. It may show up as mortgage satisfied less than originally owed, but it does show up as satisfied. Third win happens to be for the realtors get paid their full commissions. Banks may only reimburse you for 4% or 5% of the transaction, but your contract with the property owner as well as with us is for 6%. When there's money in the transaction, we're making money, we'll make up the difference of that 1% out of our own pockets. That's a third win. The fourth win is that Foliage Property gets reimbursed because we pay for these expenses up front without collecting any money from property owners in advance. We do it in anticipation that we're going to get reimbursed and that we may make a profit. That profit might be substantial, it has to be defined. It might be $500 profit, it might be $5,000, $50,000, who knows, it depends on the property and each individual transaction. The last thing that you really need to know about this win-win scenario is that we actually engage the legal departments of our corporation along with to the institution to be able to get a thing called a judgment waiver, a deficiency judgment waiver. If you got a $300,000, and we'll go into that in another case, but if you got $300,000, we buy for $200,000, you got a deficiency delta of $100,000. A lot of banks have the homeowner, property owner sign a promissory note for that, and that's what we look for getting waived. We're in excess of about 82% accurate in getting that waived in most of those cases, as long as it's owner occupied. That explains the four-way win. We spend the extra money, we do it right, and we want to be able to do as many as we can. We have capabilities of doing hundreds at any given moment. Thank you for listening.